Excellencies, distinguished participants, leaders of the African and international energy industry, ladies and gentlemen, it is an honor to address the Africa Energy Summit and to share the renewed competitive vision of the Republic of Equatorial Guinea for the hydrocarbons and extractive industries. Today, my message is clear. Equatorial Guinea is open, competitive, reform-oriented, and ready for a new cycle of investment. We are not merely defending our historical role as one of Africa's leading oil and gas producers. We are building a more modern, more flexible, and more investor-friendly platform for the future. Over the last 3 years, the Ministry of Hydrocarbons and Mining Development has pursued a deliberate open-door policy for exploration and production assets. This policy has allowed the companies to approach the government directly, evaluate opportunities, negotiate transparently, and move faster towards concrete agreements. The results speak for themselves. During this period, Equatorial Guinea has successfully concluded 24 agreements, including 7 production sharing contracts, 11 reconnaissance licenses, 4 heads of agreements, and 2 additional blocks under negotiations. This is not an isolated administrative outcome. This is a direct result of a new approach, closer engagement with investors, more regular dialogue with companies that are already operating in Equatorial Guinea, improved regulatory competitiveness, and a stronger technical basis for investment decisions. Our open-door policy remains in effect until further notice. The government of Equatorial Guinea confirms the availability of 12 blocks, EG04, EG03, and so on. At the same time, we are pleased to know that several of these opportunities are already attracting concrete market interest. EG02, EG09, 21, 26, Block W, together with Block H, have already been formally requested by a major international company. The open-door policy is not a theory. It is validating the competitiveness of our new approach. This open-door framework also applies to the mining sector. Equatorial Guinea's objective is not limited to hydrocarbons. It is part of a broader strategy to promote sustainable growth, strengthen the extractive industries, and diversify the national economy. For us, competitiveness is not a slogan. It is a policy choice. It is the duty of the Ministry of Hydrocarbons and Mining Development to optimize the hydrocarbons and mineral endowments of Equatorial Guinea. To do so, we have recognized the need to change, and we have acted accordingly. The global energy industry has changed. Costs have changed. Prices have changed. Investor expectations have changed. Many producing countries have revised or are currently revising their legal and fiscal regime to remain competitive. Equatorial Guinea has understood this clearly. Our ambition is to be globally competitive for energy investment while protecting the long-term interest of the state and the people of Equatorial Guinea. This is why we are implementing a broader reform agenda. We have already advanced reforms of the tax law, the general labor law, the legal framework for special economic zones, the hydrocarbons law, and the mining law. The hydrocarbons law and the mining law are now in the final stage of approval. Together, these reforms are intended to make Equatorial Guinea more competitive, more predictable, and more capable of accommodating major strategic projects in hydrocarbons, mining, and related infrastructure. Another important policy is our ability to structure tailored incentive for a specific project where the scale, the strategic importance, or economic profile of the project justifies a customized solution. Equatorial Guinea understands that large projects cannot always be treated with a standard regulatory approach. We are therefore prepared, where appropriate and within the law, to accommodate a special regulatory and commercial frameworks for major strategic projects. This approach has already been tested and recently approved in discussions and agreements with international majors, demonstrating that Equatorial Guinea can be practical, responsive, and competitive while preserving the interest of the state. In the hydrocarbon sector, the new hydrocarbon law reflects three guiding principles: simplicity, competitiveness, flexibility. First, the reform is making Equatorial Guinea fiscally more competitive for energy investments. One important example is the proposed reform of the royalty regime. The revised approach moves away from excessive rigidity and allows the royalty structure to better reflect price conditions, cost conditions, and the specific economics of each project. It will also provide a more appropriate framework for gas investments, whether gas is used domestically or exported internationally. Second, the reform is providing greater contractor flexibility. The current global market requires countries to accommodate different project types, different risk profiles, and different commercial structures. The new hydrocarbon law is therefore allowing a wider range of internationally recognized hydrocarbon contracts instead of relying on a single model. This flexibility is essential to explorations, marginal fields, gas monetizations, cross-border projects, and redevelopment opportunities. Third, the reform is simplifying administration. Investors need clarity. Governments need efficient tools. A law that is easier to administer reduces delays, improves compliance, and supports faster investment decisions. The new hydrocarbon law, together with its regulations and model contracts, will reflect this objective. This reform process has not been carried out in isolation. International experts have contributed to the work. Oil and gas companies have also played an important role by sharing practical input on competitiveness, labor rules, contract administrations, and the challenges of developing projects in today's market. The new hydrocarbon law will therefore reflect not only the policy priorities of the government, but also a serious response to industry experience and investor concerns. Equatorial Guinea also understands that an enabling environment is not only legal and fiscal, it is also technical. Investors require high-quality data. They require access to credible seismic information, modern interpretations, and better subsurface understanding. For this reason, we have launched and supported processes to strengthen the country's technical data platform. In this regard, we recognize the ongoing work being carried out by Perceptun GeoX and Search Geodata. More recently, we have also signed a master agreement with TGS, which will lead to further improvement of our seismic database and support the processing and acquisition of high-quality data for the benefit of the state and future investors. This data strategy also supports an ambition to expand production and unlock new resources. Africa needs energy. Africa needs investment. Africa needs harmonized and practical frameworks that allow the development of hydrocarbons, including gas, across borders and across markets. Equatorial Guinea intends to remain an active part of this continental agenda. Our country already has a strategic infrastructure, experienced institutions, existing operators, proven hydrocarbon system, and a long history of partnership with international companies. We now combine these advantages with a more proactive policy, an improved legal framework, an enhanced data platform, and a clear willingness to engage investors directly. The message to the industry is therefore simple. Equatorial Guinea is ready to work with you. We are ready to discuss exploration. We are ready to discuss gas. We are ready to discuss redevelopment, marginal fields, data acquisitions, infrastructure, mining, and industrial opportunities. We are ready to move from dialogue to delivery. We invite companies to engage with the Ministry of Hydrocarbons and Mining Development under the Open Door policy. We invite existing partners to deepen their investments. We invite new investors to study the available blocks, review the improved terms, and participate in the new chapter of Equatorial Guinea's energy development. Equatorial Guinea's new competitive phase is based on reform, partnership, transparency, technical improvement, and a clear commitment to investment. This is the foundation of our open door policy. This is the foundation of our future. I thank the organizers of the Africa Energy Summit for this opportunity, and I reaffirm the commitment of the government of Equatorial Guinea to working with African and international partners for a stronger, more competitive, and more sustainable energy future. Thank you very much.